What's going on, folks? TJ Lauerman, aka That Sports Gamer here, head of Community 4 Out of the Park Developments, and I am super excited to be recording this again with executive editor from Baseball America, JJ Cooper. JJ, how's it going?
Good, good. Just I got a nice little dry run there, and it's been a momentous day, a sad day. It seems like Tuesdays when we're talking, it's often things are happening, and today it's that we don't have a minor league season, but we still get to talk prospects. We still get to talk about the minors, even if there's not going to be a minor league season. So, yay for that.
Yeah, rough. Lot of bad news today. First, we got what was it? I think it was yesterday. Maybe it was you guys that broke the news that minor league teams were going to allow their players to play indie ball.
Yeah, that was us.
And
can allow them to play indie ball. Like, I guess theoretically they could say no, but it seems like that major league teams knowing that they're not going to get any way to play otherwise are kind of okay with it. We've already seen a couple of players. First player we heard of yesterday was a D-backs prospect, pitcher, a double-A pitcher. Jason, I just blanked on his last name. I'm tired today. I'm sorry. But so signed with the Skeeters in the Skeeters League, and which is going on in Texas. And I think you expect to see some players also going to be in the 6-team American Association, which the great thing about it is with OOTP, if you're watching this, you can play the American Association. You can't play the Skeeters League because that was literally created in the last couple of weeks just to make, to have a 4-team league at one park. But you are going to see, I think, some American Association. I think there's going to be a surplus of players who want to play versus players who can play because the Atlantic League said they can't do a full season. Then they ended up saying, okay, well, we really probably can't even do a partial, smaller league season. Frontier League has said we can't do something. Maybe a couple teams can play locally, with themselves, like form a couple of teams and play. But so the American Association and maybe the United States Professional Baseball League are the two I've heard of that may have some form of an actual championship season, as they like to say.
Yeah, with the Atlantic League, I know today Long Island Ducks just said they're canceling their season because with the travel restrictions that New York put in, they pretty much can't do anything. Because I think it was just updated. I was actually watching it on the news earlier. There's like 16 states now that if you come into New York, you have to quarantine yourself for 14 days, and I think you're supposed to quarantine yourself even when you leave. So there's nothing they can do.
That kind of gets kind of in the way of a baseball, series.
Yeah, and I know the Somerset Patriots of the Atlantic League have been having practices and stuff, but I don't know what they're going to end up doing.
Well, there have been a hope of kind of like a combination Frontier Atlantic League, like maybe enough teams to play, some sort of league. And I do think that this announcement today puts that kind of in jeopardy because now, it does seem like if you are going to play, the easiest way to do it right now, the most possible way to do it right now is to play very localized. So, when you see these summer college leagues that are doing it, a lot of times it's basically players who are already living there and they're going to one park. So it's team A versus team B. But the minute you start traveling, that seems to be very difficult to do this summer.
Yeah, and with some of those college leagues, at least that's a way for some of these minor league teams to make some money. Because I know there were some teams in Texas that are having the college leagues playing in their stadiums and stuff. So
anything right now, revenue. That was the thing that was very depressing, I guess would be the way to put it. The MLB CEO Pat O'Connor talked tonight and talked about how he called it, that minor league baseball is in dire straits. He said that without help or some kind of assistance, 50% of minor league teams may be in trouble before next season. He made the point that there are teams that literally haven't had significant revenue now. They won't have significant revenue for 17 months because the season ends in September. And it does, now we're looking at next April. So
you can only be a drive-in so many nights to try to make up money.
Although I will say, here we're based in, Raleigh, Durham, and I think the Bulls are going to have a movie on the on the big screen of the blue monster they have, and for 4th of July and fireworks, and we're seeing a lot of that around the minors right now. Absolutely.
It lets them be creative, but obviously they would rather have baseball than creative.
Airbnb at Pensacola, you could rent out the park and live there for a while.
Is that real, or is that just a joke?
It's real. It is real. They have rented it out.
I mean, that's a state that would require me quarantining, but I floated the idea to Marcus to just have us all go down there and rent out the place. That would work.
The thing I will say about this is I think that has legs post-coronavirus. I don't think that this is going to go away. Teams always are looking to fill dates in the off-season. This is a great way to fill dates in the off-season because, a lot of baseball fans, the idea of having a park that you kind of the run of a park for, even if it's October or November. I mean, November in Pensacola, it's not exactly going to be, snow on the ground.
Yeah. Unlike in New Jersey, where it will definitely be snow on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, there was hail while it was sunny, and I think it was like 83 degrees outside. I don't know what is going on right now. I was expecting a plane to land in my backyard. I was very confused.
But, here, I mean, so, again, teams are being creative. They're absolutely trying to figure out whatever they can, but it's rough. It's just rough.
Yeah. Also, definitely go to baseballamerica.com, where you guys have also started covering the 60-man rosters that we've been seeing coming from teams. Is there anybody that has stuck out to you as someone that was either added or wasn't added that we have in the Baseball America Prospects League?
It's the thing that stands out to me is you look at some teams, you look at the Padres, for instance, and we talk about how great their farm system is, and the Padres farm system right here, one of the things that stands out with it is most of these guys are, a lot of these guys, not most, but a lot of these guys are on the 60. And then you look at some other teams. Again, the Phillies don't have a great farm system, but the Phillies didn't bring anyone who doesn't have a chance to make that team. I mean, Mickey Moniak, the #1 pick in 2016, not on the roster. Same time, there are even a couple of guys who aren't in this league yet because we said, we're not going to put the Spencer Torkelsons in yet. And
he just
signed today, and they already are like, who wants to see torque farms at summer camp? So we're going to see some of these guys, even some of the 2020 draftees are headed that way.
Yeah, I think I noticed a lot of catchers on teams just because teams are going to need catchers and they're going to have a lot of pitchers that are going to need to throw. So I think the Braves, had 5 or 6 or
with 7. I think I saw 7 in some cases, and 7. But the other part of it is that this is your 60-man roster. You're kind of counting on that you're building your guys. If you need to have injuries, this is where they're going to come from. And I would expect teams at the start to maybe carry 3 catchers because there's going to be 30-man rosters, then 28, then 26. And so if you're carrying 3, you probably want to you're going to have several on that taxi squad too, because someone has to catch the pitchers who are getting work on your I shouldn't take taxi squad, on your player pool location. I'm sorry, I got my terminology off.
I feel bad that I did not check this earlier. Are there any possible former football players on the Mets 60-man roster?
As of right now, no, but they have spots still available.
Yeah, I think most teams, it looked like most teams were stopping at around like 55, 56.
Some at 45. Some are at 45. Yeah. And then the Rays, I think, were one of the few that went to full 60. Rays are at 60 right now, so they're maxed out.
Yeah, and like I said, Baseball America, they have a whole list of all the teams, who's on, who's off, what it means. Definitely worth checking out. Also,
and we have the top 12 prospect-laden teams in there too. Yeah, so that came out today.
That came out. That just came out because I definitely refreshed, and that became the top story. And I was also in a little bit we're going to do a giveaway. Chris taught me how to do a giveaway, so we're going to give away a month of a 1-month subscription to Baseball America. But yeah, lots of stuff going on.
But I'm begging you, TJ. I haven't seen this yet. We have 2 weeks of data here, 2 weeks, and I screwed it up this afternoon. And in my busyness and with the minor league season being canceled, I have yet to be able to peruse any of what happened in these 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of desperate to know.
Yeah, when we did the tweet about tonight's stream, I found out that there was a perfect game thrown. So that's interesting. There was also a big game in Colorado where the thin air obviously helped. I think it ended up being 25 runs got scored.
It's like we're in Lancaster, like we have the minor league version of it.
Did Nolan Gorman make the 60-man for the Cardinals?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Where do we want to start? Do we just want to look at the standings to start with?
Let's start with the standings. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Again, I am geeked about this. Geek, pumped, and psyched.
Not super surprising. Tampa Bay leading the East. They're pretty good at 10-4. Mariners 12-3.
Look at Seattle.
They're not
running away with it. Running away with it so far. 5 games up already, 2 weeks into the season.
Yeah, we are currently at April 11th, or the start of April 11th. So there's some pitchers that have gotten 3 games in. But yeah, Cardinals struggling. So I know Cardinal fan in the chat's not going to be happy about that.
Woo! 3-11.
Tigers only 6-7. How did that happen?
Well, but the thing that also does stand out here is we have a whole lot of teams within 2 games of 500 one way or another.
Yeah. Yeah, the only real big swings are the Cardinals. Right? Yeah, Cardinals. Blue Jays are 4 games under 500. A's are 6 games under 500. But other than that...
the A's being 6 games under is also a little surprising because that means that Luzardo and Puck have probably not been as good so far as I would expect.
Yeah, they've lost their last 2.
I mean,
you know what? Let's jump into
Seattle's,
the A's.
I was going to say Seattle's magic number here is only 144. So I mean, put it away now.
So let's see for the A's. Let's take a look at Luzardo. Luzardo has had he's had 3 starts through he did throw a complete game shutout against Houston, but has gotten shelled in his other 2 starts. 3 2/3 against the Twins, where he let up 5 runs, and also 3 2/3 against the Angels, where he let up 5 runs.
Ooh.
So good.
It does look like
good and bad.
It did look like that's right now. Dalton Jeffries is the one keeping the A's afloat. Which credit to Dalton Jeffries.
Yeah, Dalton Jeffries with a .89 ERA. And
so we already have a move today. We're going to have to tweet this for next week because Jorge Mateo traded to the Padres. The A's leading hitter.
I saw there was
to the Padres.
I saw there was a trade. I didn't see who it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's out of options, so technically, this it kind of makes he's probably got a little bit better shot. Robert Puason, I mean that's but Jorge Mateo going to be a Padre if he makes that Padres prospect roster, which is very tough. So he'll be headed, and we'll have to find someone else for the A's.
Alex, make a note. So we'll have to update that. Let's see. Who else we want to look at? I want to look at the Mariners.
First trade we've had in a long time. Yeah, let's look at the Mariners. 12-3. We got to look at the Mariners.
3 of their pitchers, Justin Dunn, Brandon Williamson, and Justice Sheffield, under a 2 ERA. Dunn and Sheffield both with 3 wins.
Logan Gilbert, 20 Ks also. I mean, and Kelenic already has 3 home runs. Cal Raleigh, who could be really an interesting guy for this, because again, he had that pretty big year last year between high A and double A. But
Evan White's already got 9 RBIs. 13 for Kyle Lewis. They're pretty legit. Julio Rodriguez only 1 at bat so far.
Again, we may end up tweaking that, but but so far, again, they do have a lot of Braden Bishop. You got to pick that up because if not, we're putting Julio in for you. So be watching on that, but But no, again, like the thing about it looks like so far is his excellent pitching. Really, I mean, almost across the board, excellent pitching. It looks like,
yeah.
And but also a very solid lineup too. So maybe I thought they were going to be good, but maybe I was a little light on them. I think we have to see now what has gone wrong with the Cardinals. I think would be our next thing to check.
Alrighty. Let's see. I mean, their batting average leader is hitting 264, and number 2 is hitting 222. So that's probably not great.
Dylan Carlson, rough start with a 149 average.
Nolan Gorman with a 122 average.
Lucan Baker is hitting homers, but nothing else. Mateo Gil. As a team, they've got to be hitting somewhere. I mean, that's got to be like a sub 600 OPS probably.
Yeah, I don't have totals here. Let's go to the teams. They have a 551 OPS.
That's not good.
281 slugging. That's really not good.
That's quite bad.
Is that the worst? 281? Yeah, that is the worst.
Man, check out. Okay, that now gives me something else to check out. Check out the Rays here. So at the top here, so the Rays currently have an 835 OPS as a team. They're hitting 304, 407, 429.
Can I get that from just one player on my team? I'd be happy.
I was gonna say, I mean, check them out if you would. Like I'm surprised they're not better so far. I mean, that's just utterly mashing.
Yeah, Vidal Brujan's hitting 413. Josh Lowe's hitting 400. Wander's only hitting 264.
That'll get better. I feel comfortable on that that'll get better. Kevin Padlow's hitting 382 with 18 RBIs already. I guess, Joe Ryan. Look at Joe Ryan so far. 2-0, 1.89. Brett Honeywell's great to see him healthy, even if it's in a virtual world. But I feel like here, I mean, they're 10-4, so they're really good. But I kind of feel like I'm almost surprised that they're not at a Mariners like 12-3. Mm-hmm. If you look at their rankings, they're first in a whole lot of categories. Runs scored, batting average, on base, OPS, hitting WAR, WOBA. I mean,
and yeah. I see Alex did some tweaking because I was running some sims with a save he gave me yesterday, and Brendan Mckay was not playing first. And Brendan McKay is playing pretty good. Already got a home run and a win.
Nice.
So he's not doing too bad.
Okay, now I got to go to one of your favorites.
Ooh, we
got to check out. I was going to say it. Yes, he did. But other than that, that's a very nice start against Pittsburgh. 11 Ks. Check out the Reds because we got to see if Ibandel Isabel is,
He's got to be.
They have 15 homers.
He's got 6 of them. And 22 RBIs.
And hitting 298. That's the part that I don't think will stay there. But,
On base 424. Not bad. Already 18 strikeouts in 13 games. So.
No, that is part of the Ibandel Isabel experience. I mean, without a question. I don't think there's any debate about that, but that's part of the experience. But so yeah, go to the leaders if you would, if you don't mind for a second. Let's just look at the overall, like, who else is on a player wise, who is off to a hot start.
All right, we'll look at a combined leaderboards. Carter Kieboom hitting 455. Not bad. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Isabel.
Right now we still have 4 guys over 400. TJ Friedel 533 OBP, very nice. Corey Ray not on the Brewers initial 6 player pool, which was kind of a little bit surprising. Carter Kieboom, I think, is kind of making a push though for 2-week MVP. 1.7 WAR for Kevin Padlow. Wow. That's a lot for 2 weeks. 10 doubles will do that for you.
Brujan's got 26 home runs, 26 hits, and 16 runs scored, so that's pretty good.
3 triples already for Daz Cameron. Khalil Lee with 9 stolen bases. Look at the Royals running. Khalil Lee with 9 and Nick Heath with 7.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Heath leads this league in steals by quite a margin. Like I said, I was doing some sims, and in one of them, I think he doubled up the second guy.
Wow.
So, and the second guy put up a pretty good number.
Yusniel Diaz is showing a solid batting eye so far.
Yeah.
CJ Abrams, that's again one of the interesting ones that he's getting caught stealing. Like he's, he may be a little bit, we'll see. Maybe he's a little bit over his head. He's being asked to do a lot for a guy who was in the AZL last year.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the pitching leaders. Christian Javier. Keeger Aiken with 3 wins. Bunch of guys with 3 wins.
Tony Gonsolin 1.2 WAR already.
Genesis Cabrera, who never works out in my saves, with 3 losses, so that makes sense. Anthony Kay with 3 losses.
That's rough.
3 losses and a 3.38 ERA. So, what happened? What happened there? He's just getting the short end of the stick. He lost a game 3-2. He lost a 1-0 game.
Yeah, he's not pitching particularly poorly. He's just
no run support in Toronto apparently.
Yeah, as you said, Toronto's been struggling. So sorry, Anthony.
And also, most of the Toronto guys have. If we did this last year or the year before, Toronto would probably be blown.
Yes, they have a little bit stouter lineup.
Yeah.
Sorry, without Bo Bichette, Vlad Jr., and Kevin Biggio. That does hurt a little bit.
A couple complete games, a couple shutouts.
Spencer Howard, 31 Ks already.
Clark Schmidt, 17 Ks per walk. That's pretty good. Has he walked? One walk.
Tony Santillan, struggling so far. That's a 9 per 9 strikeout to walk. Walks per 9. Zach Brown getting gopher balled. Ooh, Christian Javier.
Yeah. Casey Mize.
Oh, that's a 9. That's a flip. That's a 9.99 ERA plus. Yes, that's as good as you can get. Oh, look at that, Jackson Rutledge. So moving quickly here, and a very dominating debut so far.
A bunch of guys with 3 quality starts.
Casey Mize, your FIP leader, even if he looks like he's been in fine form already.
Yeah, he's 1-1, but I think when I checked it earlier, they were all 3 quality starts. 6 2/3 of 2, giving up 2 runs. 6 innings, gave up 1 earned, but 2 total, and then pitched 6 innings and gave up no earned, but 3 runs. So, little defensive problems apparently in Detroit.
Yeah, but overall, he's not a lot to complain about right there.
All right, so if I know what I'm doing here, and I think I do,
I trust you. I think you do.
I'm going to start up this giveaway for a free month subscription to Baseball America. Now, I hope this works. Could not create giveaway. Excellent. Definitely what I was expecting to happen.
That's good.
It's a good start. Good start. Giveaways. Boom. Now it started. Okay. So if you're in the chat, type in !ticket, and that'll get you entered. I see people are entered. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's working.
I can't see the chat window today. Last week I could see the chat. This week, no chat.
We'll slide it out. It should be there somewhere. Anybody else we want to look at before we dive in? Oh, actually, yeah, there's 2 big games that we want to look at. First off is...
Oh, I'm excited because there's a perfect game, and I don't even know who is.
The first game we're going to look at is the big blowout from, I believe it was April 8th, between Texas and Colorado. So let's hop in the Wayback Machine. Nick Solak was player of the day on the losing team. Not bad. All right, Texas and Colorado. Do you want to watch the highlight reel? Let's just take a look at the box score to start.
Let's see the highlight reel.
It's an offensive explosion of... Where'd it go? No, I was wrong. It's 27 runs. This might be a long highlight reel.
Whew. 13 in the first 2 innings.
Here we go. Loading up. Fans in the stands. I don't know what they're doing there.
They're risking their lives. A lot of them.
Steele Walker. I think he just hurt the second baseman very badly. I think the problem is there's going to be so many stats from this. A wild pitch. I don't believe it. All right, right, we might have to buzz through this because this is
you're right. There may be a little too much. I apologize on that.
Let's get to let's jump to like the 7th inning, where it's already 17. It's 5-17 in the 7th inning, and there's still more to go. There was quite a lot. All right, let's get out of this. Yeah, there's way too many highlights for this. All right, box score. All right, so we had first off, Ricky Vanesco didn't get an out.
That's not good.
Walked 4, let up 2 hits, 5 earned, 6 runs total.
Man, there's a lot of ugly ERAs in this game.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia didn't do much better. In inning and a third, he let up 5 runs. Only 2 hits. Yeah, walks, killing him. 4, 8, 10, like 14 walks. That's not going to help. Jonathan Hernandez, he got 2. You know what? He only let up 2 runs. That was good.
And then Cole Reagans
let up another 4. Ryan Castellani, in this game, a respectable 4 innings and 5 earned.
You've got to be bummed if you're him that you didn't at least get 5. You had a 13-run lead after 2 innings.
Yeah, he couldn't even get a quality.
Riley Pint with the win. Riley Pint.
Yeah, 2-0 on the season. So he's getting in there when it needs to happen.
Yeah, I mean it does have 12 walks and 11 2/3, unfortunately. So it's not all great so far. But
1, 2, 3.
So pretty much
4 doubles, a triple, and one home run for the Rockies. Wait, that can't possibly be right.
Yeah, it is because they had 11
many
walks.
Yeah.
No one had 4 bases. I mean, Michael Toglia is the only one with 3. Him and Sam Hilliard.
That's good eyes. I guess good eyes.
And enjoyed this one, Hilliard told the Colorado News. But back at it tomorrow.
And they scored 17. What did they score? 19 runs. They left 17 men on base.
It could have been worse.
It could have been a whole lot worse.
They had they felt pretty comfortable though pretty early on that they didn't need every one of those runs.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to the showcase game. I believe it was on April 7th. And again, exclamation point ticket in the chat for your chance to get a free month of Baseball America. Here we go. The Chicago White Sox allowed no hits, no runs, no errors against the Seattle Mariners, who also had an amazing outing from Logan Gilbert. Gilbert went 7 1/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run. Not bad.
But he was no Micheal Kopech.
Not good enough to beat Kopech. Perfect game, 10 Ks. I feel like that's a lot of strikeouts for a perfect game.
How many? So I was blocking, so I can't see how many pitches. 109.
109.
Pitches.
Yeah.
So pretty efficient for 10 strikeouts, also.
And no walks. Well, that would be a perfect game. You know what?
Yes, that would Tuesday. Be part of the perfect game. I understand completely. But so that'd be like a game score of 10, probably 90 something for the game score probably.
Yeah, I think. We have him at a pitcher score of 70.
Yeah. So.
Oh, game score of 97. There we go. Right there.
97. There we go. Game score 97. Yeah.
So pretty good. Pretty good outing there from Micheal Kopech.
That is Julio Rodriguez's 1 at bat so far.
Oh, we found it.
Yes.
Pinch hit for Bins.
Pinch hit. Good luck. You get to your 1 at bat is you get to face Micheal Kopech in a perfect game.
Micheal Kopech with 2 outs in the 9th in a perfect game.
Yes. Yeah.
He was probably throwing about 108 by then.
Yeah, I was going to say we're really sorry about that.
Was it 70?
We got to give you a little bit more chance than that.
Yeah, 70 of his 109 pitches were strikes. So, not bad.
Well done. All right. I mean, I think if you look at total bases for the winning, for the winning White Sox was 4.
Yeah. And again, a lot of guys left on base. 9 for the White Sox.
None for Seattle.
Well, yeah.
The perfect game.
I want to know, was there anybody with a 3-ball count? Probably not, I would guess.
No, I would guess not. If he's only, if he
threw 39 balls, right? 30.
Yeah, it could have been a 3-ball count, I guess, in that range. But
might have been one in there.
Again, sorry, Logan Gilbert. That was a very nice outing. Just not good enough.
And instead of saying sorry, let's say congratulations to. I'm going to close the giveaway in just a second. So get your exclamation point ticket in there before I hit this button. Okay. Closed. Winner is probably going to be Axel. Cardinal Fan 3000. I assume he's in the chat.
Congrats.
So we're going to be doing these every stream, to my knowledge.
Awesome.
Did that, Oh, I did put it in the chat. Cardinal Fan, send me a message. I need your email address, and we'll get that taken care of for you. And then you can read all of JJ's great posts, such as his latest piece about the 2020 minor league season being canceled. So what happens next?
We'll have happier news at some point, I hope.
There's got to be, right? It's got, some's got to be coming around the bend.
I mean, this is happier news. We're gonna have the stats for this up. This is happier news. I mean, you know how much gets to talking about baseball, even if it's virtual.
All right. Now let's get to the good stuff. We got a couple of good pitching matchups tonight, but what we're gonna watch is the Tampa Bay Rays, who are 10-4. This actually ended up being a great matchup. The Rays are 10-4 against the Indians, who are 9-6 in Cleveland. Hopefully, I don't hit the wrong button. We got Shane, the franchise Baz. We call him the franchise because I think it was the Padres franchise we did a few years ago. We took him first. We must have taken him out of high school.
Yeah, he was a high school.
Yeah.
First pick of the Pirates out of high school.
I think we took him 5th or 6th in that draft, something like that.
The now infamous Austin Meadows, the Chris Archer trade, which is no longer being called the Chris Archer trade, but is being called the Austin Meadows, Tyler Glasnow, Shane Baz trade.
It was a really good trade for the Rays.
Yes, exceptional trade for the Rays. So Bobby Bradley and Nolan Jones, both hot right now. Scott Moss, a crafty pitcher, had a really good year a couple years ago with the Reds before being traded. Looking again, this Xavier Edwards, Vidal Brujan at the top of the lineup with Wander Franco 4. Yeah. I'm sorry, Scott Moss. I don't like it. If I'm you, I don't like this.
Yeah, even the center gives it pretty much all to the Rays. Though Tyler Freeman is better leadoff. No, that can't be right. All right.
Yeah, Tyler Freeman's really good. He's really good. I can buy that.
We actually traded for him in our Chicago franchise. We took like all these guys from the Indians. I don't know what happened. Why the Indians let us do that trade. Let's see. No, computer is gonna run this whole thing. Why? Computer. We're just gonna sit back and watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Start it up. Yeah, Shane Baz. I think I don't remember if we ever actually got him to the pros. We must have at some point. But if you're not following him on Twitter, you should definitely do that because he throws real hard, and he shows videos of him throwing really hard. So
don't run on the Indians outfield. A lot of arms out there.
Scott Moss 0-1 with 3.78 ERA.
49 degrees back when it was chilly.
Okay, lineup changed because Lucius Fox is leading off and started off with a single.
Well, it worked out so far.
Yeah. So now it's Fox, Brujan, Padlo, Franco, Hernandez, Mckay. Let's see if Mckay can do some big things as a DH.
So again, check out that 70 arm in the left, 65 in center, and a 70 in right.
Lucius Fox, not playing around. Swipes the bag on the first pitch. Not even a question.
A 75 speed, 70 steal efficiency. That's run a lot.
That'll definitely get it done. Oh, we are. You can't see the thing. That's fine. All right, Padlo up. Runner on second, one down.
Big
Strikes
power
out.
here.
Strikes out looking now. Wander Franco. He's 5th in the AL with 12 RBI. Who knew? I mean, we did because we looked at the leaders before. But...
Yes, we knew. We knew. Okay. So Scott Moss gets around a little trouble in the first.
Baz is 1-1 with a 6.75 ERA. This is his third start. So. And the Indians started off with a single as well. So. Or not? What happened here? Error by the outfielder? Come on, Nico. Some decent arms out there. 2 60s and a 65. Well, let's see if the Indians can cash in on the defensive miscue. And they do. Run scoring single.
Nice.
That's
nicely done, Daniel Johnson.
That's why
Futures gamer Daniel Johnson. Daniel Johnson, Futures gamer last year, if I remember right. Oh, I missed the Futures game.
I got to go to the Futures game. That was pretty awesome.
It's one of my favorite things of be the first Futures game I haven't gone to in a very long time because there is no Futures game.
Yeah, I said, Rich, you're going to have to man the booth, and me and Chris are going to the Futures game. We'll see you there later. So what do we got? Walk to Bobby Bradley. Nolan Jones up with two on, none out.
This could get ugly.
And of course it's going to get ugly because we're going to get a wild pitch, and the runners are going to advance to second and third.
Ronaldo Hernandez, you got to do better than that. Or maybe Boz really threw it really bad in the dirt.
Could have thrown it so hard it went through his glove. Also could have been that.
That's true. Could have broken his glove.
All right, he drives in one.
And this is a bad start for. See, again, but this is what we're looking at. You know, the Rays have a lot of pitchers. We may, a month into this, we may be removing Shane Boz from the rotation if he keeps this up.
All right, fly ball to center with runners in the corners. Still none out. They're going to send him. He's going to be safe. It's 3-zip already. Not looking good. And a walk. They're going to get someone warming up. Get him out of there. This is looking pretty rough. 19 pitches. I was going to say. 19 pitches. None out still. Or one out on the sac fly. Deep ball opposite field. That's going to be caught. All right, 2 down. So in 10 innings for Baz. He's got 13 hits, 10 earned runs, 11 walks, and 9 Ks.
This is not a good line.
But I think he's getting out of it, so we're good there. All right.
Okay, so the Indians have gotten off to a nice start here, and the Rays have a deep hole already.
Yeah, that was I was not expecting it to be that quick. But Ronaldo Hernandez wants to change that, but just gets out to the warning track.
I do love when the ball is in the air and you're like, okay, is that gonna, that looked like it might go off the wall.
Once the center fielder starts going back, I get real nervous or excited, depending on what I'm doing. Moss gets a K there. Josh Lowe's third in the AL for average. And he's going to take a walk. Dalton Kelly puts a charge into the gap. But it's going to be called for out number 3.
The Scott Moss so far doing some work.
He's doing pretty good. Will Benson up for the Indians.
Will is one of the strongest. I remember when he was in the NHSI, Tournament of Stars, when he was in high school. He was one of the fastest and strongest players in that draft class.
He lines out to center. Freeman up again.
One of the better young hitters in the minors, I would say. Ben Badler, favorite for Baseball America. Ben Badler is all about the hit tool, and Tyler Freeman is all about the hit tool. Nice catch.
Vidal Brujan showing off his 60 rated defense.
Yeah, he ranged over there nicely.
Had
Got the shift here.
Had an 0-2 count on Daniel Johnson and then drilled him. Thought it was going to be an easy inning for Shane, but did not turn out that way.
So I gotta ask you, TJ, when you play, do you shift a lot, or do you,
I mean, it depends on how I'm feeling. Some games,
I like.
Yes, mostly yes.
But the thing about it is it does take some work.
Mm. Mostly yes, until it starts to burn me, and then I'll stop doing it. Usually, what happens is I'll overthink something. I'll be like, "Oh, I should definitely put the shift on here," and then that's when they hit it the opposite way. And then it's like, "All right, I won't put the shift here," and then they pull it through like the first baseman, second baseman. Then I just get frustrated. Lucius Fox 3-1 count, and he's gonna walk. Not something you want to do because Lucius.
I was gonna say I think he'll be standing on second in a second.
Is he gonna go? He's going.
He's trying to catch Mckay.
32. Steal second with ease.
Yeah, that was not close.
Little dribbler to the short. Fox goes to third. All right. Can Kevin Padlow drive him in? What would be his... If he drives him in, that's 19 RBIs in the season.
That's effective.
But he's not going to drive him in there, so... Indians still have 3 zip. Nolan Jones.
What time did this game start? It's already 7:12. It must have been a 6:30 start.
Or Alex messed up the schedule. Who knows? I don't want to play with this.
I'm going to say it's just a 6:30 start.
Does Cleveland have a deal with some company to start at a specific time?
That's a good question.
Oh, we're on first, one down. Another walk for Bass. Not looking good. He's already up to 50 pitches.
I was gonna say I would if I was managing, I would have him out of here probably by now.
Yeah, this his fourth walk of the game. Oh, Bo Naylor.
Big power. Fun thing. Speaking of Futures Game, he won the. He was one of the finalists at least. I can't remember if he won. I think he won it at the Junior Home Run Derby at the Futures Game in Miami. Which was the cool thing about it was his brother Josh was there for the Futures Game, so he had a rooting section rooting for him at every swing he took. Oh, another wild pitch!
Wild pitch. These guys, come on. Who won? I know Blaze Jordan was in it, but I don't remember if he won it last year.
Yeah, if I remember right, he did.
He was the one that won it.
If I remember right, I don't hold me to that, but he was putting on a show. You know, those stick. The funny thing is I'm not there when they're, I'm not at the home run derby when they show up. I'm there for the Futures Game the day before when they're hitting them at like 10 in the morning. Again, we don't get to have that this year either. But Naylor put on a show. Hunter Green hit a couple of, now pitcher, but hit a couple of deep ones. Couple of years ago, well, several years ago now, in San Diego. But man, Scott Moss is rolling along here.
He's got it figured out right now. They have a lot of lefties, right? So, or am I just thinking they do?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3 switch hitters and 3 lefties. So, you assume right-handed is their weak side.
You got to figure this is probably Boss's last inning if he gets through it.
Oh, speaking of no All-Star game. I did pick up. I had to go on eBay because places, I guess, the MLB shop stopped selling it. But I did pick up a 2020 Dodgers hat with the All-Star patch. I should have done it much earlier, and I waited.
And now you can do a 2022 one also because that's where it's headed back. I had my note to like on the calendar. It's like fly out. I was supposed to fly out. Thursday to LA because not this week, the next week, and no Futures Game, no All-Star Game.
Ooh, Josh Lowe hits one 300.
That looks like a gap. Yep.
Let's extends his game. It gives him a 13-game hitting streak.
Man,
Hey, they're inching back. 69 pitches for Malls.
I'll give Boz credit. He did, settle in after that.
I don't think... Has he given up a hit since then? I don't think that's happened.
Was watching Nico Holzer at the Midwest League All-Star game last year. He was still a Dodger right before he got traded.
That ball ate up Tyler Freeman.
Moorhead State, if I remember right, for Nico.
I mean, we could check.
And there's Lucius with the... Won't get to steal this time unless they're going to double steal. But a very productive game for Lucius.
What does it not say his college here? Yeah, at least Lucius Fox can't steal this time, so maybe that was a smart idea.
Man, look at how deep those stats go.
Go for 3 for Brujon. Surprising. Ooh. Padlo. That was one of those ones that got me real nervous.
I was going to say that could have...
had the good sound and everything.
I'm trying to think. Was last year's All-Star game Cleveland? No.
Yeah, last year's Cleveland.
Yeah, last year.
My first ever All-Star game.
No, that was so. Had you been to Jacobs Field before that?
Nope. And,
that was my first time.
It was great.
That was my first time at Jacobs Field since 1994. So I saw it when it was new, and I've seen it now again.
Yeah, we got to go to. We spent our days at. It's not called FanFest anymore.
But yeah, that
Play Ball Park is where we spent our days, and then at night we went to the stadium. We got to go to everything. It was pretty awesome.
I thought Cleveland did a really good job, but the city seemed to really enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
Some cities really do, and some cities don't seem to care. Kansas City really enjoyed it 2 years ago.
And it was nice that Cleveland, like where we were staying, everything was like really close and within walking distance. And we even got to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for a thing. So, a lot of fun.
The fact that Boz may make it through the fifth year is pretty remarkable.
Maybe not after.
Maybe not
after a double. Who was that? Tom.
Hi, Tom. Another Kentucky product.
86 pitches, and Bo Naylor coming up again. Is it gonna drop? Is it gonna drop? Is it gonna drop? Nope. All right, he got out of it.
Yeah. Considering the start of that, by the way, Vidal Brujan looking nice and rangy at second base.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, Wander.
He was at it short. The error. Freeman having a rough time out there. Ooh. Moss gets another K there, and Moss comes out of the game for Carlos Vargas, who's been pitching quite well for the Indians out of the pen. Of course, I say that, and he walks the first batter. Of course.
Brendan Mckay has a good
I think of everything. Well, I really wanted to see the celebrity softball game. I only caught the end of that.
Oh,
nice catch at the track. Franco does get to third. I think if you could only go to one thing, I think the home run derby is the thing to go to, because that was pretty electric. Like, am I biased because Ronald Acuna was amazing in it?
Sure.
Slightly, probably.
Oh, here we go.
All right, 4-2. Ray's got two guys on with Nico Holzer up. All right, Vargas not doing as great as his numbers would show. Ooh, I think he's got a problem with Nico. That's Not a good way to deal with that. All right, so now we got bases loaded.
I mean, this game could turn on a moment here.
There's an outside possibility Baz is going to be in line for a win, depending on what happens real soon. 3-0 count, and he walks Lucius Fox. Lucius Fox got an eye.
Lucius Fox.
Player of the day right now. All right, Brujan's 0 for 3 so far, so let's see if he can do something here. Who is going on? You know, sometimes people say there's too many wild pitches. Sometimes I think they're crazy, and then other times I am 100% behind them. All right, so now Tampa's tied it up.
Shane Baz off the hook at the minimum.
Ooh, he might be having a chance for the dub, but he's not going to have it. Unbelievable. Well tracked down out there in center field.
Well, gave it a ride, but yeah.
Baz staying in. 88 pitches. We're going to let him go.
I don't like this idea.
And he walks the first batter. That's his fifth walk of the game.
Get him out of there.
95 pitches. Look. I'm not saying we're giving out gold gloves right now. But if we were.
Very good game for Vidal Brujan so far.
He's got to get one.
How many pitches is that now?
We're over 100. At least.
Things that would not happen, you know, but we're playing to win. This is not development.
That last pitch was his 102nd. And I thought we could have rolled a pair there, but I think he had to charge it a little bit too much. You know, over here, it's phenomenal second base work.
But okay, Shane Baz getting 6 innings out of that was not something I predicted when the first was over.
I was definitely not expecting that.
Padlo, you know, again, another guy that the Rays pro scouting does a really great job. Traded for Padlo a couple of years ago. Sits down there, but really good year last year. But he's still wandering. Oviedo back in
7 2/3 in the year, 10 hits, 4 earned, 5 walks, 6 Ks. So could get a little bit questionable. Wander flares one into right field. So he's on.
So he's been on two times in a row.
Not bad, not bad.
Also has a strong steal efficiency.
I wonder if he'll go. I'm surprised. Naylor's got a 55 arm, so it's not terrible, but they're just taking advantage of it. Flare out to second base for out number 2. Brendan Mckay.
And by the way, we're not playing extra inning speed up rules.
Yeah. Now, I mean,
is that got to be a programming update for 2021?
It's in process. I think I want to say it might be in the next patch. I know we were talking about it in the Slack. I think they figured it out. Because we didn't have it in. Not because we wanted to neglect the minor leagues, but we didn't have it in there for them. But since we're doing it now, in the majors, I think it's going to be an option. Nolan Jones. Awful. Wow. I thought that was... Definitely thought that was gone. But no.
Me too.
Nico's out there pretty good with the defense out there. We got one down. Bobby Bradley up. Oh, sometimes the shift comes back to haunt you. All right. Oscar Gonzalez dunks one in there. Just about at 10 o'clock. And we got bases loaded. Coming up after the stream, me and Alex are going to be talking about how he set up this league. So if you want to check that out, make sure you stick around. All right, where are we here? Bases loaded, 1 out, Bo Naylor up. I would be very scared if I was them coming in that close.
Yes. Yes. There's power, though.
Not a lot of speed on the bases. A little bit of speed on the bases. Woo! Strikes him out on a 1-2 pitch. Gets out of it with a fielder's choice grounder. All right. Indians leave the sacks full and do not score.
World of living dangerously, but we still are tied.
Lowe's up. He's on fire. Homered in his last at bat, or homered earlier. Flied out last at bat.
Earlier.
I think the last one we put to the track. So.
But not that one.
Yeah. All right. Ground out there for Dalton Kelly. Nico with the glove. Can he do it with the bat? No. Not going to do it. Tampa Bay's eighth is over to the bottom of the eighth.
Want to see if Duxasis will be back out there for another inning, or if they'll go up.
He's out there. It's been 16 pitches.
Lefty versus lefty. So
makes sense there. Might be his only batter of the inning. Oh, over a leaping first baseman into the corner for a double. Not what he was looking for, I would assume.
No, not at all.
Michael Plasmeyer coming to the game. I have to get used to all these new names. It's very, some of them look a little tricky. All right, Benson on second. Plasmeyer on the mound. None out. Bottom of the eighth. 0-2 count. Friedman strikes out. Great. All right, Daniel Johnson up. The shift is on. Lefty. If you were going to bring a lefty out of the pen, probably should just give him the fresh inning.
That's how I would agree. The AI did not agree. Like a lot of lefties in this. I mean, they go.
It was also.
Four
lefties
and 5 batters today.
Ooh. Bobby Bradley goes down swinging. All right, 2 down. Runners on first and second. Nolan Jones, who put one about as close to out as he could without doing it. He goes down swinging too. 3 strikeouts for Plasmeyer that inning. Pretty good.
Nicely done.
Kind of wishing we had that extra inning thing here.
I'm a little worried here. You know, you got another stream coming up.
Emmanuel Place in the pitch.
On the suspended list in real life, but not in our game.
He strikes out Lucius Fox. That might be Lucius Fox's first out of the day.
It might be.
Braun 0 for 4. But he's been there with
playing stellar D. Also took a ball deep last time.
Padlo struck out last time. Strikes out this time. He looks a bit frustrated, would be an understatement, I would assume.
So Cleveland has a chance to win it in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, they got their 5, 6, 7 hitters up, so see what they can do. Plasmeyer's 2-0 on the year. And that's not a good start for his inning. 105.6 exit velo on that line drive to left.
Stung.
All right, Tom's up. Runner on first, none out. 0-2 count. I feel like he's going to strike out. Strikes out.
The odds are there. We're getting one pitch. If it's an 0-2 pitch.
Plasmeyer strikes out. The first 4 outs that Plasmeyer got, all strikeouts. Now, he gives up a deep fly ball, so deep that Oscar Gonzalez is able to tag up on it and move to second.
So basically, a single probably wins this at this point. With 2 out. Oh, pinch hitter.
Brings in a pinch hitter. They intentionally.
Ray Maracchio. A lot of respect for a youngster.
Will Benson was the one that pulled the double at the start of the last inning. And the steam achievement popped up, so I already know what's going to happen. Single into left field. Runs in a score. Cleveland Indians win it.
Yeah, they're good. Man, that was good. Talk about picking a good game. That was a great game.
Yeah, that ended up. I was a little worried at the start.
It worked out.
When they went down 3-0 real quick. When the Rays went down 3-0 real quick.
It worked out. That was a perfect game to start our Tuesday night streams.
Yeah. that worked out pretty well.
So we got it done in 9, so that you could jump right into your stream with Alex.
Yeah, we did it. I think we did it pretty perfect right there. That was the first walk-off hit of the season, I guess. Let's finish today.
Walk it off.
Let's see if anybody did better yesterday. Edwin Rios was the player of the day yesterday. He went 3-4 with 2 doubles.
As we talked about, really good bat.
Tristan Beck, he was another game that we could have watched that I saw. Mm-hmm. 8 innings, 4 hits, no earned, 1 walk, 5 Ks in a 1-zip win over San Diego. Scooball got a loss. Justice Sheffield, the other game we were talking about, Justice Sheffield improves to 4-0.
Man.
He did pretty good there. What was his line here? 6 2/3, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 8 Ks. Bobby Dahlbeck took him for a double in the 7th. I think I knocked him out. So yeah, that was fun. I had a good time with that stream.
Thank you guys.
Who knows what's going to happen on next Tuesday that we're going to start the stream talking about. Hopefully,
but that was awesome.
Hopefully it's not bad stuff.
I don't know if it'll either be me or someone else on the staff. We'll figure that one out for next week.
Yeah, let me know so I can make the little doobly doo underneath.
Well, thank you all for coming out, streamer. Yeah. For watching.
Yeah, and if you're not already, you can follow JJ on Twitter at JJCoop36. Definitely head over to Baseball America, sign up, become a member, as low as $6.25 a month for the digital subscription. What else? I know there's a new Baseball America podcast went up today.
New one came up today.
I think that was a college one.
Yes, college podcast. We will have a minor league obit probably tomorrow podcast. Sadly say. I'm ending it on a downer, but yeah, but yeah, a lot of stuff coming up the rest of the week, baseballamerica.com. And also, if you love the minors, if you go to my Twitter, JJCoop36, I have a tweet up there that's basically asking everyone to share their, what they love about the minors. So I think we have like 450 responses already. Yeah. So a whole lot of people weighing in on what they love about minor league baseball.
Yeah, I love that the one day a year that I actually eat a pork roll is when I go to a Trenton Thunder game. Usually I'm a sausage, egg, and cheese kind of guy. None of this pork roll stuff. That stuff's disgusting. Come on.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Really do appreciate it. And we'll see you back here next week, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Follow the channel here on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. Turn the notifications on because we have streams every night. And in just a couple minutes, Alex and I will be back talking about how Alex set up this whole franchise. Also, there'll be posts on Baseball America about this. I know we're working on getting the stats online and everything.
Yes.
Working on setting up the quick start so you guys can join in the fun and play this league on your own and make all the changes that you want to it. Yeah. A lot of cool stuff.
Thank you all.
Thank you guys
for
coming
out. Great to see you guys.
And take it easy, folks.